So once again, we want to thank everybody for this great weekend celebration of patriotism, and then concluded with a great football game with a incredible Navy win. And so we will get coaches' comments and then take questions.
Well, first of all, I want to thank the city of Jacksonville. It was almost like a bowl atmosphere for our team, just very hospitable, and just everything that they were able to do for our players. We're very appreciative of that. Being a Navy town is very exciting for us to come here. We wish Coach Kelly and them best of luck. They're still a great team. We found a way to get one more point than them. I'm really not adjectives for our team. Just tough, hard-nosed kids, resilient, a ton of grit. To bounce back after a tough loss last week, came back to play a really good Notre Dame team. Just proud of the way our guys fought to the end. Just happy for our players. It's a great day for Navy football, our school, and our entire program.
Questions?
Gene Long, Washington Post. Can you kind of take us through that final drive right off the last 7 minutes, 28 seconds, convert 2 fourth downs, obviously that huge 4th and 6 pass also. Just, kind of the thought process going through that drive.
I haven't called some great plays. We really didn't want to give them the ball back. Probably took some chances on some of those 4th downs. It's just, if you don't get it, you're asking me right now, why didn't I go for it? You know what I mean? But our kids were able to convert. I thought Will did a really good job managing the clock. We were trying to stop the ball within 5 seconds. We were trying to eat the clock, but I didn't want to slow down. I didn't want to lose any momentum. So it wasn't like a total kill the clock, anything. I just wanted to make sure, let's be smart. Let's snap within 5, within 3. But I didn't want to lose any momentum. I didn't want us to bog down because I knew we had to continue to move the ball, get first downs. And that's what it came down to. We were just thinking we need first downs. Just think in terms of first downs. Think in terms of first downs. Don't think of anything else. Think in terms of first downs. And a lot of stuff I would just tell them, hey, this is a 4-down territory. So a lot of it was 4-down territories. Jameer came huge with some of those plays, some big pass plays, obviously. And Dyson on that other 3rd down conversion, because they got the backup winning from inside out, and he was able to outrun him to the edge. That was a huge play. Plus, he stayed in bounds. So a senior with some weight about him to get the first down, to stay in bounds. Just hats off to the way they executed at the end there.
How would you assess the defense bouncing back from the previous game?
Did a good job. We struggled on 3rd downs, in the first half. We had very many possessions. It was a game of very, very limited possessions. And we just had to find a way to get them off on 3rd downs. And, again, proud of DJ Pablo. He had a little boo-boo at the beginning. He messed up on an assignment, but came back with a critical tackle on that 3rd down. He forced them to make a decision where they were going to go for it to kick the field goal. And, he's close to breaking that tackle. They, get the first down. So, part of our defense to just continue hanging. We're playing some really, really good offenses. And see another good one next week. So tell Coach Pearson have a good shower, enjoy his box lunch, and get ready for another challenge next week.
Ken, on the last 4th down, how close did you, during the timeout especially, how close did you come to actually go ahead and punt the ball?
No, we weren't punting it. I just knew, just turn over to Coach Jasper, just say, come with your best play. And it was actually something that we work on all the time, but we never really completed or threw it. And, we apparently executed really well and hit Jameer. I didn't see the play. I had my eyes closed. I was praying, but it obviously worked out great. So.
But on the previous 4th down conversion, decision.
Because they just needed a field goal, I just thought we couldn't give them the ball back, and even if they had some, I just didn't want to give them the ball back. Either we're gonna put the pressure on the offense to eat the clock and put it in Will's hands, and Coach Jasper and come up with a good play. Unfortunately, Coach called some great plays, and we were executed.
Coach, what else can you say about Will Worth? He's doing things that even Keenan didn't do. Keenan didn't beat Notre Dame. He hadn't rushed for 400 yards in 4 straight games like Will. This kid just gets better and better every week, it seems.
Well, I felt bad last week when Gene asked me, what do you think about Will? He had broke the school record in total offense, and all I said was, well, he missed the first couple reads, and you know what I mean. But the pressure's always on him on the quarterback here. The ball's always in his hands. But the kid's been phenomenal. I mean, we are where we're at right now because of Will Worth. I mean, he's given our team belief, the way he plays, tough, hard-nosed, and he's created an edge on our football team. We're a scrappy team that's not going to back down from anybody, and a lot of that edge just comes from the way he plays.
Ken over here. Jared Schenker, ESPN. Why do you think this team hasn't missed a beat? I know this isn't an AAC opponent, but last year I think you guys go 11-2. This year you're 6-2 now. Why has this program not missed a beat since moving up?
I think our culture is strong. It was really. I don't have a better term, but it really pissed me off in the season when I saw where we were ranked. Some polls had us down at 80th. We went from 18th to 80th. There wasn't any other team that dropped with 30 spots. We dropped 70. So I think our guys had that, I was pissed since January. And I know our players knew that because we had more team meetings. I think our players were tired of the team meetings I was calling. They're right. I went to many team meetings, but just our kids worked so hard though. But our seniors had a ton of pride in themselves. It was a slap in the face for our seniors. They're like, hey, they were here last year too. They had good players on their team, and I think they want to show that they could play too. But I think the biggest part of it is just our culture is strong. We're not a one-hit program. We've been winning for a long time. We got really good coaching staff. Guys have been together a long time, and we got tough, hard-nosed, good football players that come to play every week.
And going off that, if you take away the rivalry element of this game, is it as big of a deal for Navy to beat Notre Dame now, considering you've done it 4 out of the last 10 times? And how much success you've had previously, as you said?
Yeah, but I think we've only beaten them 13 times in 90 years, and we beat them for in half a decade. So they're still Notre Dame. That's still a really good program. Kaiser's probably going to be the first pick in the draft. He's as good as they get. And Coach Kelly's still a phenomenal coach. We beat them by 1 point. All their games, they've lost really, really close games. They could have won a ton of other games, and so it was a huge win for a program. And we were super excited. We're going to celebrate this one.
Matt James from Rivals.com. Coach, so you really try to shorten the game. You mentioned limited possession, so your offense gets the ball 7 minutes plus to go to end the game. That's really the situation that you coached for when you manage the game. That's what you're trying to set up, isn't it?
Well, it couldn't have worked out better for us. To have the ball at the end with the chance to seal the game, that's who we are. But some of the possessions, it was even less possessions than we were playing because they kept getting third downs, and so the clock kept grinding. I thought we did a really good job on defense in the first half, second downs, but we couldn't get them off the field on third down. So they were having long, sustained drives too. So it really limited both sides on the number of possessions. But it worked out perfectly. Just we want that situation. We're up by 1, 7 minutes left. The ball's in our hands. We control our own destiny. And like I said, our offense and Will did a really good job in directing our offense to finish the game.
Can you just talk about being bowl eligible now?
It's exciting to be bowl. I'm still. That's exciting, but we just beat Notre Dame. We don't beat those guys very often, so I guess all of that's great. It's exciting. But we're kind of in euphoria on cloud 9 right now, having beat Notre Dame. I've been here a long time. We've had some crushing defeats to these guys, and to be able to finally come out on top, man, it feels so good.
Can you have a chance to maybe win the conference and go to a group of 6. And I know that that's down the line, but considering all the other things this program deals with that other programs don't have to, what are the goals of Navy coming into a football season?
Our goals, it's a great question. Our goals are always the same. Win the CIC, win our conference, and be the group of 5 team to represent, in the Major 6 Bowl. So we want to do that. I mean, why get in the conference if you don't want to win it? We didn't come here for more victories. When we first came into the conference, people were like, well, it's great you guys came in the conference. You guys have been playing good people. Hello, we've been playing good people when we're independent. We played Ohio State at the Horseshoe, played South Carolina, obviously we played Notre Dame. And so we knew we had a strong culture, just people didn't know about it. They look at us as a team in the white suits with, nice uniforms, and they kind of like pat us on the head like we're, nice house pets or something. But we're a good football program. And don't be confused by our uniforms. We're going to hit you in the freaking mouth.
You think people have learned that over these last 2 years?
I hope so, but we try to. I tell my kids to stay home, but my blood always boils. I'm a hot-headed person, and we're competitors, and we got a ton of competitors in our locker room.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
From the group, yeah.
Jameer, you talked this week about it coming close against Notre Dame and not being able to get over the hump, and how sweet it would feel to finally beat them. How does it feel?
There's no words for that. When I came in, that was my first thing I wanted to do. I want to beat Notre Dame. I got some buddies on that team, and every year we get so close, but close only matters in horseshoes, So it feels crazy. To beat them, my senior year, to go out just like we did. We displayed our culture by how we played today. There's just no better feeling.
Go ahead. For all 3, if you wouldn't mind answering, what's it like playing for Coach Ken? What do you love so much about it? I know during this offseason he had the opportunity to leave and decided to come back. What do you love so much about playing for him? Or you just want to start, I guess, left to right?
I think the biggest thing is what he talks about the culture. He sets the tone with that, with just the love that he has for this entire team. I know it's genuine, and he always says that love is the best motivator. So just the example that he sets with that, and just the love that he has for the entire team.
I really enjoy his wife. I'm glad he didn't leave because she's here. She's a really nice lady, and I always talk to her. But again, it's the fact that, like you said, Coach Niemot's just not a head coach. He's family, we don't practice on Sundays because that's his day for God. That's our day to talk to our family, call our moms and dads. That's our day, to practice our religious practices, and that just goes to the type of person he is, and that really goes through the team. And when you have a coach that's focused on developing men of character, then you're gonna have a good football team. And I think that really shows when we go on the field. So I love Coach Niemot. I love his wife even more. And I'm just glad he's our head coach and decided to stay.
Correct me if this quotation is wrong. Big holes don't sink ships, small holes do. And I think he does a great job of keeping us focused and not letting us underestimate anyone. Someone commented about us being bowl eligible. And honestly, I didn't even know our record coming into the game. He was stressed, don't look at their record, they're still a good team, they're still Notre Dame. And he never lets us get complacent, and he sees the small things that we do, and he's never afraid to correct us. And earlier in the year, we had all those meetings. I was kind of like, yeah, this is a little too much, but I knew he cared about us. Sometimes he'll come talk to me and ask my little brother how he's doing, ask how my parents are doing. I know that he actually cares, and he's just way more than a coach to me. And that's what keeps me motivated to play.
Well, I have it on good authority that you're a Jaguars fan. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you've been a little patient over the years, haven't you?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
Definitely.
The last pass to Jameer, what was the what was the evolution of that call? What was discussed? What did you think it might be? And did you guys come into this game with the idea that on a lot of those fourth down plays borderline? Do we punt? Do we go for it? You guys are going to take the chance every time?
Definitely. I mean, we talked about it before the game. If it was going to be third or fourth and short, we were going to be trying to go for it and take advantage of whatever opportunities we had to get points. And in that situation, we knew we needed 6 yards to win the game. So we did something that we did against Memphis to be able to go for a pass on fourth down. Didn't think they'd expect it, and threw it to a receiver I'm very confident in. So to be able to just execute that and get the first down, be able to do that, that was awesome.
Yeah, Will, when Coach Ken and this entire staff put just as much trust in you as they did in the beginning of the game, and Coach up there says the team is where it is today because of you, kind of how to describe that feeling to you?
I mean, it's definitely an honor to hear that, and it's just kind of crazy how things have played out. Just, heartbroken the first week of the season when Tiger went down, and then just to be able to keep this thing rolling. And I think one of the things that's been helping me do that is just we always talk about the brotherhood and just the love that we have for each other. That's one of the things, just to be able to play for Tiago and everyone else who's been hurt, for Will McCain and everybody. That's been a driving factor for myself, and I think this entire offense too.
Going off of what Coach Ken said earlier about being ranked 80th or whatever, did you guys have that same sense of disrespect going into that season? Did you see those same things?
Definitely. I mean, we knew where we were ranked. We tried not to focus on it too much, and the only thing that we knew we could do was just keep grinding. And Coach always says that, just keep grinding, and day by day, being able to get better each and every day. I think that's the only thing that we could do.
And then for the two on the right, what does it take for Navy to be successful? Again, considering you guys have a lot of different circumstances to deal with that some other programs do not.
We just have to stay disciplined. That's a difference that I've seen in a lot of teams that we play. And I have a lot of friends that play within the conference, and I just feel like we're a lot more disciplined than they are. And it comes from school, like the lifestyle we live. Every single day, we all go through something. And if you look at our senior class, like, everyone has a story. Like Will being, back third string quarterback for 3 years, like Josiah almost getting cut his sophomore year. Like, everyone has a story of when they had to just, like he said, keep grinding, and that they gain discipline from that. And that's how I think we're successful.
Yeah.
Well, can you just talk about the last drive in general? I mean, it's 7.5 minutes left or whatever it was, and if you consider the way the game after them the ball back, you're going to win. You had to convert several third or fourth down situations. You had one, Dyson had one, and then last but not least, were you planning to throw Jameer in it, or were there several options?
I checked the front side real quick, but I knew Jameer would be there, so I went back to that. But definitely, 7.5 minutes left. We knew we control the ball, get a couple first downs, then we win the game. So tried to milk the clock a little bit, but tried to keep it moving as Coach said. But just to be able to convert those, I think that's a testament to the O-line especially, just to fire off the ball and execute their game plan and just make holes. And, we had a couple short yardage plays where it's just one person's will versus another, and they came out on top.
Any more?
All right, thank you.
If anyone needs any other Navy players, we do allow some locker room